Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. Avery and we just share everything about horror. Horror games, whether it be from frights and screams to, as we're gonna play now, psychological and trauma horror type videos. So today's video is called The Town of Light. Now this is based on an actual asylum in Italy, and it housed nearly 6,000 people in its 90 years of being open, because it shut down in 1978. This place, if you were sent to this place, you were not seen again. What's interesting though as well is that this place is also built on ancient burial grounds, where there's literal tombs underneath the asylum. And again, this isn't a part of this. This is real. It is also said that where it's built on, where the asylum is built, is also where witchcraft was first introduced to the town, basically. So that's where people first started doing rituals and stuff like that. And it was also a place for executions before the asylum was built here, before it was built. And then they built the asylum. And there's one person in particular that stood out. And his nickname was NOF4. Which kind of, to me, sounds like an SCP kind of scenario, but it's not. It's a legit dude. And he was first in an asylum in Rome. When he was transferred from the asylum in Rome to Volterra, he didn't speak. He didn't speak to anyone. It's not that he was mute or anything. He could speak, but he just didn't speak to anyone. So he used to, on the courtyards and everything, on the walls of the buildings, he would take his belt buckle, piece of metal, and he would scribble on the walls, and he would make like a page for himself, and he would write there what he wanted to write. He predicted a few things that happened. He predicted the moon landing, which was off by just a few days, but he got the year correct, and everything else he got correct. I believe it's just off. He was just off by a few days on the actual moon landing. And he would speak about spirits, and he would speak about ghostly figures and everything. And so they speculate that, now they speculate, they didn't speculate back then, they just thought this brother was clinically insane. Murat. In English terms, he was gone, fell off the bus, left behind the bus. They now speculate that something was connected to him telepathically, or whatever, that he could foretell the future and stuff like that, and that he could see things. So yeah, I am quite excited about this game because I like it when it's based on reality. The Town of Light is based on real events, places, and research concerning mental illness and the life of patients in the lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing. The characters and names are fictitious, and any reference to people living or dead is purely coincidental. This game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institute for dramatic purposes. Please note that the mental health services have radically improved around the world. If you think you may have psychological problems, please speak to a local doctor or specialist. I don't have any button to continue, but I do have a space bar, so I press that.
What's happened? What is this place?
You woke up, and
Maybe I'm dead.
Nope. You are alive, and you're...
I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises... is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Inspired by real events. So they used to, when they Tuscany 2016 Volterra. So they used to, when they would do shock therapy, because there was this one doctor, right, who was an absolute menace to society in this place. And he was, at the end of World War II, he was tried and charged, and he was hanged. Like, that's how bad he was. So the doctor used to do experiments on people, and not just like shock therapy or whatever. He used to do really horrible things, and with different diseases as well. And what they used to do is they just used to pump these people full of drugs to keep them sedated and just not willing to... Okay. Just not willing, that they just don't want to move or do anything because they're too hectically... Oh my goodness, I could do the seesaw. Okay. How do I get off? Thank you. That's quite cool. Can I get on this thing? I can! How fast can I go? Pretty fast? I don't think I can go faster than this. Getting sidetracked again. See, games with things like this is just... It's not good for me because I'll dick around first before I even try to do anything else. Can I get on a swing? I can. The people at this place used to just treat these people like they were nothing. Like they didn't mean anything to anyone or any pieces of society. Any piece of society. Only because they were a little bit different than other people, right? Now, bear in mind, some people, fair enough, like some people really do need a place like this, but not the way that they were treated. They need also be treated and remembered that they are still human. You know, you can't just go around treating people how you want because they're a little bit different, a little bit more different than what you are. That's not the way life works. Life isn't a thing of, oh, he's different because he speaks like this, so fuck him. You know, that's not on. But that's basically how it was back in those days, is people did not care. If you did not meet the society standards, quote unquote, then you were just nothing to them. This is a cool greenhouse. Dead though, but it's cool. I want to go urbexing. But I'm also quite afraid. Mainly, not because like, oh, ghosts, I don't care for that. Mainly because security and hurt, you know? I don't like hurt. I don't want to get hurt. My pain threshold is not that high. I can take pain, normal pain, but I am a little... Flashlight. I am a little bitch when it comes to pain. Like, I don't like it. I don't like things that cause me pain. I don't like doing things that is going to cause me pain. So why would I want to do things to make me pain? Pan, zoom, close. News articles. First food rationing improvements. On April 20, bread rations increased by 50 grams per day, an extra kilogram per month of soup products. Agricultural labor treatment reform and extraordinary marmalade distribution. Incredible anti-aircraft victory. 159 aircraft shot down in 24 hours by the German Continental Air Defense. Major Russian operation northwest of Yasi. Enemy convoys scattered in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. So they just let this place go. Well, I mean, that's what it means to be abandoned. Because in 1978, Law 150 or something was passed, and it forced all the asylums to shut down. Mulka eat. Static eat. Wired Productions. What do you present, my good friend? The Town of Light. Now, bear in mind as well, this game came out in 2016. So it is quite an old game, but the graphics are absolutely stunning. Oh. What is you? See, they shouldn't give me choices to explore things. Because I will explore everything. I'm just gonna put this down by me, because it's quite loud. And I don't want to turn the music down in the game because it breaks when we edit. Then you can't hear the music when it's done record. I think this was actually supposed to be the place that I should go. I wonder, because he did it in the courtyard, I wonder if we'll be able to see the NOF4, the dude that scribbled. He did his he did his scribbles in the courtyard, so I wonder if we'll be able to see the scribbles there. There we go. And we've made it inside. Nice. I don't like that it's flickering like this. There is no power. The master switch is near the call. Okay, so the woman ward is where I need to go if I want to do the master switch. Oh, coins! But, let me tell you, I love coins. Buono per 20 centesimi. Admitted on June 15th, 1937, discharged on, transferred on, died on November 8th, 1942. See, no one left this place, right? You couldn't leave. If you were here, you were forgotten, basically. Added the synopsis menu. J. Oh my greatness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go back. Go back. No, one. Yeah.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remembered that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At
least until the second year of school when everything changed. She shouldn't laugh. What? She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I had her say it. When the things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all this makes me blush, but Charlotte was I know that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, she was real too. I don't know how to explain. I thought that said orphan. How to explain it? It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me, but back then I was too afraid to understand it. So that's kind of interesting. I've not seen any game use that. Okay, that's another person that was omitted.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
Oh, okay. So, piano superior.
Nobody says we can't. Let's find Charlotte. Let's find Charlotte. She's alone. She's alone in the dark.
Okay. What? But this is where we need to be. Ward 2, calm woman. Isn't it? Aha. Yes, I agree. Again, I agree. Up, don't have a key. Right, cool. So we need to find Charlotte.
No, she's freezing. She's alone. Let's look for her.
Okay. Observation. Is she in a pack of cement or something? Where am I looking? Oh, it works. Fair enough. I'm not gonna get on it though, but fair enough. Let's get on it. Let's get on it to see what happens.
Let's search the wards on the upper floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows their location.
Yes. I agree with what you said. It does not work because the door is open. Then close the fucking door. I'm not gonna try and say that. Portata, 400 kilogram. 5 persons, 5 people. I know that. Ha! What is this? Ah, the opera. Ooh, I found Charlotte over there. Nope. Will I pick it up now? See? See? Music gone. Why? Why? Because we needed to pick it up so that things can start to happen. And I don't want things to happen. Huh? Why are you cutting the dude's hand off? Oh. I don't think your finger's supposed to bend like that, man. I like the graffiti though, it's quite cool. What does this say?
Let's find Charlotte.
Okay.
She's alone. She's alone in the dark.
It's not alone, there's a light on because the power is on. Hey, Charlotte.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved.
Just look at... Added to the synopsis menu. Nice.
It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl.
Yeah. Charlotte's a very good girl, eh? Jeez, lock it, man. Oh. Don't worry, Charlotte. We're not going on the elevator. I'll take you with the stairs. I know you're afraid of the elevator and stuff.
He doesn't want to. No. In the town of light, he doesn't want to.
Where am I supposed to go then? Nothing in there.
Those lamps could make the room warmer. But Charlotte's not happy. She doesn't feel well.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely, we're getting somewhere.
Charlotte is cold. Let's take her somewhere warm.
I'm trying.
I saw a wheelchair on the ground floor. It's comfortable there, and we can put Charlotte somewhere warm.
Ground floor. Okay. Ground floor wheelchair. Wheelchair. There we go, Charlotte.
Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away.
I promise. Okay, Charlotte, I'm gonna leave you there for a quick second so I can find like a blanket or something. Because ultimately that's what I am assuming that I need to get now as a blanket. I mean, we could probably...
We must find some warm lights.
Okay,
Let's
never
go to
mind.
the surgical ward.
Never mind, sorry. I was incorrect. I needed to go to the surgical ward by the warm lights.
The cold has gone away now. You see? The light. The warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started.
Yeah.
It all began in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Thank you. Now that I know where to go. But like, imagine being a person in... Oh, I can't turn around. Nice. Imagine being one of the people who went to this place and suddenly it's just shut down and now you're just on the street. Because who's gonna take care of you? They're not gonna take care of you. Do I have to go down here? Yeah, okay. What the flying what? Oh, that's interesting. I like this. Oh my goodness. I like the way that this works. Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I've not had a game do this before, where it altered the reality of where you step like that.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old. And I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything, even thinking.
Jeez, luck. Oh, there we go.
They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist.
Cheese like it. Yeah, that's what I mean, like they'd sedate you also so hard that you wouldn't know what What's going on? Oh, what up, Donnie?
She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive.
Cool. Okay. Oh no, why am I in this place now? Because the people that were like in the mental facilities and stuff like that, right? When they got just released, how are they supposed to feel?
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Thank you, Charlotte. T. Renee. That's us. Place of birth, Montefascoli, age 17, April 4th, 1938, 10:30 a.m. The patient, Renee T., is transferred from temporary asylum into observation rooms to the quiet ward. Okay, so we need to go to the quiet ward now. Ooh, huh. I don't like that. I did not think that I was gonna go this way. I should have actually thought about going the other way. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, doll. Hey. Okay, cool. Is that right? We're all fine, booty. We're all fine. Drugged out of our minds. My doll, you shit brick. My doll. Weeble wobble of the screens. Oh, this isn't good. An ice bath.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open
nipples.
with a loud crack.
Blur.
And I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renée obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Jeez, fuck. There are no words that one can say to make any of this better.
She stayed with Renée during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought this was gonna be like where do I need to go first? The medicals H.
They went to the gynecology ward on the upper floor.
Upper floor. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this game was gonna be a little bit different than what it is. Yeah, gynecology room. Not at all disappointed. This is fantastic. Still. But it is very... Oh, fucking blur that. Don't put that in.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renée T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renée was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renée. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renée. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
She's like a...
The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C. March 12th, 1938. Renée T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble. We have to look for Amara. We must hurry. We have to follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
Okay.
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." Why are you here? I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name. March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renée. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake.
See, that's where the witchcraft thingy, I think, comes in, right? Kind of playing on that. Of the actual story and things that happened on this location.
I didn't know what reality was. I never did. I've known many different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning. I have no points of reference. We'll just have to keep looking. April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride.
Oh my goodness.
He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother.
Yeah, no shit.
She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. It's not true. Renée hostile? It's all made up. They wanted to make her into something she wasn't, and then certain things would have been forgotten. Renée was the bad girl. Maybe I'm starting to understand. That's enough of reading these lies. Let's look for Amara.
This way.
This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine.
Just blur that entire block.
It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed. The light slipped away. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why.
To the reasons why what? So for those of you who have made it this far in the video, yes, I look different.
Nature helped me to forget.
Yes,
to
my hair is
escape from
down.
the system.
I took a small little relaxation. Can I go up here? I can go up here.
The scent of spring. The land of light was far away.
Red.
And we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
More bread. Oh no, those are stones. I don't know why I didn't see that sooner. Or why I didn't notice that sooner. There's notes. Notes. Yes.
This was our bench.
This one.
We often went to the kitchens. She sometimes went on her own when things were going well.
Renée's diary. Where do we get? We got some back here. Oh, flashing lights, beware.
He told me about Bruna's father and brother, but I was already very ill. The light had returned, and that thing made me suffer even more. It was my world, and it was crumbling. When I spoke to Bruna about it, she turned her head away and was silent for a long time. Prince Charming doesn't exist, Renée.
Cool drawings, though.
For us. I was 14 years old. I didn't think it was possible for a boy to look at me and desire me. When he asked me if I wanted to go for a walk, I didn't say anything. I didn't even have the courage to look at him. Things improved for a number of years. Then, suddenly, everything came crashing down. One evening I came home drunk, and the following morning a terrible crisis overcame me, all of a sudden. What had I done? I was terrified. I thought I'd lost my sight. The light burned my eyes from inside. The memories of the previous day emerged in bursts, images, flashes, which unleashed something monstrous inside me. Repetition of words was no longer sufficient. Now there was a voice in my head which repeated them louder than I did, and they were words of accusation and blame. So I covered my ears and shouted and hit my head against the wall and threw up. I remember the doctor, the wall filthy with blood and vomit. My mother wasn't looking at me, Bruna was crying but trying to hide it. Charlotte was beside me. I never told anyone what had happened. He came to visit me, but I refused to see him. I became agitated. I think he liked me, even though things turned out badly. In that period, I began to suffer from memory loss. The few things I learned didn't please me at all. He told me that I was looking for him. It was all my fault. Bruna told me that sometimes I got drunk. People in the village gossiped about me. Sometimes I was covered in black and blue marks. I didn't realize what was happening to me, what I was doing. I was no longer in control of my life. From my little corner.
That's quite deep, but that's very deep. Was I supposed to go up there? Oh, anything in here? I assume so. Anything that we can collect in here at all to give us some context about what happened? None? Maybe? Underneath the potting? No? Okay, cool. Alright, fine. We move forward. Okay, so this is the kitchen, but I'm curious to know why I could have... That's locked. I'm curious to know why I could have gone up the scaffolding, and I'm interested into learning why. Because this is clearly the place to go, the way that I'm going now. Clearly this is... Because that's the kitchen, that's where we need to go into. This is the greenhouse where we were outside. I don't think I can. I don't think there is a further beyond. Oh, I believe I should be able to not stand on that. Because what if I decide to jump? Okay. And the main purpose for this was hammer. Anything in here that I should care about? No? Point taken. No reason for me to be up here. Just a nice little detour. Now the other question is, can I jump from this? No, I cannot. Okay. Fair enough, though. Yes, it is I. I've returned for supper. Allow me.
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
Chum, I don't know who you're looking for, but no one's been here. As you can see, it is left. Oh, she's gonna jump out. Something's gonna jump out at me. No? Okay. This is clearly where the dining room would have been.
Keep looking. We mustn't give up.
We won't give up, but who are we looking for? Amanda? Oh, flashlight. It's locked. Not that I really...
Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly.
Calm down, dude. Ma'am. What do we get? We got... these ones? Nay? It's not this one. Yeah, it's these ones. Okay. Some more lore, please, ma'am.
I no longer considered my body as something disgusting and ill. Far from it. I began to look at myself, to caress myself, and smell my own skin. I began to explore and experiment, finding physical pleasure. My ideas were not very clear, and I never spoke to anyone about these things. Bruna, however, spoke about them. She boasted about her love stories and her young men. To my eyes, she was very lucky, always being wooed.
The rabbits are kind of cool, well drawn.
By marvelous, generous, and kind boys. Thus, I fantasized about her adventures, pretending that I was the main protagonist. But how could I ever be like her? Occasionally I recall that she had black and blue marks on her body, but I was so naive that I did not understand. I did not put two and two together. It was Don Gino who explained things to me a few years later. We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us. When they found us... Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly.
Wait, Danny, there ain't no one here.
We've got to get out of here. They'll find us. But not now. Not yet. Amara's not here. Maybe she's in the showers. We can find her there. The water was often cold. When it was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renée under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us.
I'm trying my best. I don't know what that did. That turned. That switched on. And now... Step 1, close the door. Step 2, put the cranks in. That one doesn't have any cranks. Step 3, do the valve. Step 4, flip the switch. Step 5. Okay, valve, turn Ned on. Power. Okay. So now that's doing what it's doing. What that is, I have no idea, but we've done it. Oh, kitchens, sure. Oh, laundry. Ward baths. No, showers. We need showers. Kitchen, laundry.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms.
Okay.
We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Okay. Narrow corridor in the kitchens. Here. Which is already open. Which is frightening. Aha. Yes, of course. Ah, okay, cool. I was about to say, the damn thing's locked. Little balcony. Oh! We're at the top again. Where was the bathrooms? I am becoming lost. There's a note over there that we did not pick up. That scared me. No, wait, this is new. Where are we in?
I didn't tell anyone about the light.
I really like these
I
drawings.
knew that something terrible was happening to me. I thought that I would die, and the shame I felt was so deep that an uncontrollable restlessness took over me. I was afraid when other people were nearby. I saw fingers pointed at me, mouths laughing, condemning me. I tried to be alone. I would sit down on the ground and, curled up in the dark, I would repeat a word, any word, in continuation. This helped me not to think, not to lose myself. I would spend entire days like this, hoping that my mother would ignore me. Her compassionate words hurt me and terrorized me even more, and so I had to shout and shout and shout those words. After a few days, things got better, and little by little I came out of my hiding place. But the fear was always there, under the surface, ready to strike me even harder.
Jeez, Lockett. I'm really sorry for what you went through, my Donny. Yeah, here it is. Isn't it?
Everything's ready. Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
My chick, you what? Oh no.
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
Well, how do I turn the water on? Oh, there it is. It's a weird place to put the water. Yeah, you're gonna have to blur a lot of this. Oh my greatness. Alright. And there she is, Amara, our friend. A block of blur.
Amara was everything I could have been, but she no longer existed. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again. It was my fault, and she disappeared from my life.
I hate needles. We need to put an epileptic warning on this thing. Alright, I believe it's done. What kind of a fucking place is this?
Injections there, which made your body and soul tremble violently. A whirlwind of anguish and unbearable pain. I lived in terror of the next time. They had taken me upstairs to that ward where no one wanted to go.
List of female deviant conduct whose treatment requires special severity and rigor. Onanism, masturbation, homoerotic homosexuality, unnatural mothers, mothers who fail to develop the instinct of motherhood, refusal to conjugal duties, adultery.
Let's look for Renee's room in the slightly agitated ward.
Upstairs, I believe, is it? Yeah, because the slightly agitated ward is not down here. Tranquil ward, observation ward, nurse's room, grounds park, yeah, upstairs. I think it's to the left of me. Yeah, to the left.
When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm.
Okay. Wow. That's cool. Terrifying, but cool. Oh, we need to close the windows. And then close the doors. Pitch dark.
They put a straitjacket on you. They gave you a cold shower.
And these are people that lived in a civil society, eh? Waterboarding.
They tied you to the bed.
Barbaric and fucking brutal.
They tied me to the bed.
Yeah.
A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit.
And they want to be the...
She was tied
I
down
cannot.
because
I'm getting so angry.
Pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them. It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte.
I'm not seeing a doll. I'm seeing demons. Fuck.
The past came back to hurt me again. In the loneliness of that crowded ward, he brought it with him. I thought I would never see him again. He'd come to remind me who I was. That's what my mother used to do. That's what I had done. It seems that my life in here was just a repeat of what it had been outside. The doll, the fear, the shame. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again.
Chapter 9. Oh, read.
Montefoscoli.
Okay.
November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, it is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me. It will take time, but you'll see, things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong. Mom.
Yeah, it's easier to say shit like that and not mean it.
This is the last letter she wrote to me. Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things.
So, by my understanding, this chooses what path you're taking to the next chapters.
Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply?
Oh. Okay. I'm here to give in my daily report, good sir. That is haunting. A pocket knife? No?
Montefoscoli, December 20th, 1941. Dear Director, could you please let me know how my daughter, your patient Renée T., is getting along? I've written to my daughter several times, but have received no reply. I'm very worried, particularly as I've been ill for some time and have not been well enough to come and visit her. Please kindly let me know when it will be possible for me to bring my daughter home. Your humble servant, Ada T. Bring this letter to the attention of Dr. C so he can assess the potential discharge of the patient.
Not delivered. Of course. Because why would they care about anyone else who is below them, inferior to them in their own minds? Let's be nice. Let's be nice. These people truly believed that they were doing something good. Bunch of animals. That's all they were. Okay, nothing in here. Now, where do I take these letters?
The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post them.
Archive. And I know exactly where that is. Don't have to tell me. I already know. See? I already know. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. It's, where am I going? 1. Admissions. Send to the archive. Not administration. Come on, people. Where the fuck is the archive? Is it 3? It is 3. This is the archives. What else would this place be? The place of many holding? This is administration. Open the door. This is the waiting room. Admissions. Is this archives? Send to the archive. Where the 456? Is this someone that had ceased to be doing the existing? This isn't the archives. But we did get a new journal entry. And it is next.
I remember a recurring dream from that time. I used to have plenty of nightmares, but this particular one was so real that even today, I ask myself whether it could have possibly been just a dream. I was in bed, enveloped by the warmth of the blanket, in the dark, about to succumb to sleep, when I heard the bedroom door open. I turned to face the wall and did not have the courage to turn around. I only saw a shadow cast against the wall by the light filtering in through the door. Then I heard the door close again, and I thought that it might have been my mother who, before going to bed, used to peep in to see whether I was sleeping. However, there was no time to breathe a sigh of relief, for footsteps approached the bed, and I heard the sound of breathing close by. Fear paralyzed me from head to toe. The blankets were pulled back. I remember the chill of fresh air on my spine. Someone sat on the bed.
This is making me angry.
When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day, but far too many never left.
So they just didn't give two flying shits about you. Wait, Oresti, it's over here.
Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renée.
Yep.
This letter, it was Renée's letter, just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen?
Because they don't care about you guys. That's just the fucking truth. They are pieces of shit.
Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renée.
Not fulfilled again. Jeez, Locke.
Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom. Montefoscoli, October 12th, 1940. My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for a letter. Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renée. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you. I know you're suffering a lot, but please be strong, I beg you. Mom will come to fetch Renée, won't she? Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. The doll. Renée could have played with it while she was waiting for her to arrive, but Renée didn't have it with her. Is it one of Mom's lies? She knew that she'd hurt Renée and... No, Mommy's good. That man brought it. We've just remembered who he is, haven't we? It was Renée who was wrong. The doll's here. I know that for sure. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere.
This game is... Where am I going?
Let's look for the second doll. It'll be among the bundles of the patient's belongings.
Aha, Renée dear.
Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window.
Ah, yes, in front of the window. Tap dancing shoes.
May the Lord guide your path and keep you from sin. Mom.
Virgin Mary? Renée, I believe. Who is this? No, the Virgin Mary, right?
You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renée and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her.
New chapter 10. Okay, so we need to go find Charlotte now, I believe.
Let's look for Charlotte.
Yeah.
We have abandoned her.
No,
Will she still be where we abandoned her? Under the warm lights?
No, because she moved. Apparently so. Oh, no. How could you have worked in a place like this, right? And then go home feeling completely fine with yourself. In the neck. I don't like that.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders.
I only obeyed orders.
Charlotte has gone away. Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're
orders. Leave us alone. Charlotte didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Even though we're bad.
Never understand how you can do this.
Charlotte gone away.
How you could have.
Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad. I didn't do anything.
Honestly, this was a failure in society. Asylums like these were complete failures, and everyone who worked there was a failure as well. How can you treat other human beings like this? Jeez, Lockett, this is very disturbing to me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a good person, right? But I can see, I recognize humans, you know? I recognize people. I don't just, jeez. Yeah, and you want to say you're a follower of Christ, but then you did this to people, you absolute fucking scum. Oh, this is shock therapy, isn't it? Yeah, this is shock therapy. Yeah. Yeah. Again, one of the worst. No, man. People like this are just like, it's making me physically angry. Like I'm physically getting fed up. My tinnitus.
September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they? December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Delinquency? Maybe I answered someone back rudely, yes, and people get on my nerves at times, but delinquency? And prostitution? No, why? Why say a thing like that? The old doctor tried to understand, but this one just labels you without thinking, or even trying to comprehend. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope. June 2nd. After a long period of calm and
I'm just clicking, by the way, like I've got no idea what I'm doing.
And vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds.
Stranger to my ass.
Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. That's how the reality is concealed. It has all been planned very carefully. June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. No contact with the outside. That way nobody knew what was happening within these walls.
Firing squad on all the people, to be honest.
Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living? March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence.
Probably in the archives, eh?
We can look for her things in the storeroom containing the bundles of the patient's belongings on the upper floor.
Yeah, the archives. This game's really deep, like extremely, extremely deep. It's a little bit unsettling at times, and it fills me with rage. And I know, like, yeah, okay, these people that used to work by places like these, they didn't know any better. You knew you were handling another human. You knew you were talking and mistreating humans who were effectively hurt. And now you want to hoy around that, oh no, I was just doing what I was supposed to be doing. No, don't talk that cock to me. A. Probably, right? Oh, no, that just opens the different drawer. But as I was saying, like, you can't justify it. The people that worked at places like this, though some of them, fair enough, alright, fair enough, some of them may have been fine. Some of them may have actually cared for the people. The rest did not give two flying fucks. Sorry for my language. They didn't care for these people. They didn't care if they hurted them, hurted. They didn't care if they hurt them. They didn't care if they caused them pain or trauma or whatever, because in their eyes and what they have been told, where am I going? This way. I'm getting so angry. They knew what they were doing. They were doing it, and everyone just thought it was fine. As long as they don't have to see it, then it's fine. And that's that's the problem with today's, well, not just today's society, but the society back then as well, is that whenever we see something that's not right, that we fundamentally know is not right, we don't care about it. We just let someone else deal with it because we're not gonna sit with it right now. What am I doing? Am I not in the right spot? I wouldn't say...
These are Amara's things, I'm certain.
I picked this up, no, and it didn't do anything. Heal. Okay, before we continue there. Like, it baffles me, and it just irritates me so much. Because how can you look at something that you know is fundamentally wrong, and you're just like, not my problem. I feel sorry for them, but not my problem. I'm gonna have someone else handle that. It's such a bullshit way of going about. And then you want to say, oh, we live in a society. Oh, we live in a civilized place. You're not civil. You know? That's not being civil. That's being detached with fancy words. That's being an animal with clothing, and whether anyone else agrees with you, then it's fine. But when someone disagrees with you, one thing that you say, and it's like, oh, I've got my own opinion on that, actually, and then it's fucking hellfire. How dare you speak? How dare you say anything? Your opinion doesn't matter. Fuck you, who's you? What's your opinion? Jump off a bridge then. I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like captivate what the words that are leaving my mouth is that we don't live in a civilized society. We live in a complacent shithole. Sorry about that.
Amara, there she is. She existed. She really did exist. There she is, my friend. Here we are together. How could I have imagined for a single moment that she never existed? March 12th, 1938. The young girl Renée arrived today. Poor thing, she was terrorized. You see, she remembers the first time we met. I talked to her mother, the dear lady, and she expressed her fears to me, and I promised I'd keep an eye on her daughter. The lady told me her daughter's doll had been taken away, and this worried her, because when she becomes depressed, as she is now, Renée barricades herself in her room and can't communicate. The doll becomes her voice, eyes, and ears. Dr. B said I'll soon get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sad to leave Renée. I won't be able to protect her anymore. My poor friend. She was hoping to be able to get out of here, but nobody ever leaves this place. That poor girl is really ill. I am the only one she ever speaks to. I told her I was leaving, and she stared at me, saying that I would never leave. It was quite unnerving, and then she started to cry. I felt like crying too. She didn't say anything else. What worries me is that I'm sure that terrible man is watching her. He was the one who brought her here, and of all the good people, why did it have to be him? She knew. I told her everything. She knew about that man. But I instructed a nurse friend of mine to keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she will, because she's a good woman. Her friend the nurse. I vaguely remember. She worked on this ward.
So, our friend Amara was a nurse.
She worked mostly in the Marigliano pavilion. Let's get out of here and find that pavilion. Renée was alone here. Charlotte had abandoned her. And without Charlotte, Renée couldn't communicate with the outside world. Mother knew that.
So we need to find...
Marigliano was a different pavilion nearby. Let's follow the signs.
Different pavilion nearby. And it's such a beautiful place as well. And is now tied to such horrible, horrible memories. Okay, cool. So, can't go up there. Not this way, so it's back. I mean, look at the hills and everything. It's quite hard to think that underneath the grounds, on the actual place, that there's ancient tombs and everything. This is essentially the birthplace for witchcraft in the town, Marigliano.
She's kind to everyone, even me. I felt a little better when I saw her. The sick children laughed and played with her. Not even they could frighten me. Don't annoy Renee. She's a princess here. Didn't you know? She told stories. She said there was a war out there. But they stared at me and frightened me. They would come to look for me in the evening, and then no one would have protected me. Not even you, Charlotte. Am I right?
Dude's got TB. Chapter 12. Now, who the funkiness was in that car? Do we not go in?
Let's follow the hearse until we reach the graveyard.
All right. Do we go all the way down? Did he go? No, he went this way, yeah. I'm assuming we go right. I need to get myself a better chair again. This is where I'm sitting with no back support. It's working on my shoulders. And it's like right here by the word. I don't know what this is called medically. Trapezoids? No. That's not trapezoids, it's something else. But it's the top parts here. Sucks. Hey, we're going outside? Yeah, we're leaving. Leaving the memories behind. That's why we're going to the graveyard. We're gonna bury our memories. See, look at how beautiful this place is. And then just horrible people went and tainted it. I do believe that very strong emotions can leave lasting effects on like places, you know? And I feel a lot of times that's what people sense or feel when they say, oh, I've got a lot of blurring gonna be happening in this game. But where they say, oh, I've got an aptitude for spirits. And I'm not saying that I am saying I don't think you can see spirits. I don't think you can see... you can see across the veil, but I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, you see my dead grandmother. I don't think it's like that. I think it is demons. Because how I see it, there's only... How I see it, there's only 3 people alive right now in heaven. It's Enoch. It's I think it's Elijah, the prophet, and it's our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Those are the only 3 people alive in heaven. And from what I would say is the only 3 in heaven, except for the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and all the heavenly hosts and the angels and everything. Right? And the reason that I say that is Yeah, I don't think that there's anyone in heaven right now because we're all waiting on judgment still. Hey, Charlotte. Come to bury the memories with me?
There's Charlotte, my voice, my eyes, my ears, my very soul. Let's go and play together again.
Yeah. So those are my beliefs. I believe that Jesus died, and after the third day, he rose up again, and he went to heaven. Very convenient that these...
My voice. To say what?
that these are lit.
Meaningless things. Be offensive to others and get into trouble. Eyes to see desperate people.
So I don't think there's anyone in heaven at the moment. I think that it's more of a...
shadow of my former self.
I think it's more of a... And I had a debate with this with one of my best friends.
Gaunt, worn out. They're killing me slowly, day after day.
It's...
My ears to hear screams, deliriums, threats, and false promises.
It's like when you die, right? Are you instantly just teleported?
It'll be alright. Everything will pass.
But like think of how when you fall asleep, right?
My soul.
A lot of times when you close your eyes and you open them again, it felt like just the second had passed and it's day. So would that be the same as when you die? You close your eyes, you open them, and suddenly you're in front of the throne of God,
It's
facing judgment.
further and further away from me.
And that to me is the most terrifying thing ever. Because I know I'm not a... I wouldn't say that I'm a good person. And the reason that I say that is not because I want people to feel sorry for me or I want people to come to defend me or whatever. No, I genuinely don't think that I'm a good person. Because I sin. Because there's things that I do, things that I say. I mean, I swear a lot. I'm trying to stop, but I just struggle with it. There's a lot of things that contribute to the ways that I feel. Oh, we need to play in the park, of course. Isn't it? I feel that orthodoxy to me is more focused on the essence of that. That we are nothing. In the eyes, well, before I say something incorrect and taken up incorrectly, what I mean is how when we exalt ourselves, right, and we are immensely proud of ourselves, we need to remember that we're dust. Musqueto? You know, we're dust. That's all we are. We're made out of... In the book of Genesis it says that God took up dust, clay or mud, molded us.
I'd like to lose my voice. I'd like to lose my eyes. I'd like to lose my hearing. I'd like to lose myself. Forever.
What's with the skizzies, my dude? Oh, no. Run, Charlotte. Use your porcelain legs. Quickly! Okay, I thought we were gonna miss and stab ourselves. Chapter 13. So I believe that we are sinful in nature because of the apple. And a lot of people are like, oh, but why was the tree there in any case? Because if the tree wasn't there, we wouldn't have free will. It was a choice. It was a choice. We had the decision to make to either eat the apple or not. And they chose to eat the apple. And again, I read a post the other day that said that when Adam and Eve ate the apple, they hid. And God, He's all-knowing. He knows everything, right? He didn't just sit up in heaven and was like, oh yeah, I see you. What do you think I am? Stupid, you idiots. No, He went down, He walked in the garden, and He asked them, where are you? Where have you gone? It's not that they were expert manipulators and expert camouflagers and they had chameleon-like abilities where they could like just blend in with the environment. No, come on. They knew exactly what they had done was wrong, in defiance to God, but God still wanted them to come to Him. That's the whole point, is that God wants us to go towards Him. So when God asked, what happened, what have you done? That was a choice for them to come clean, what is going on in here? Instead, we're going to a primary school. This is a prison. It was a chance for them to repent and to say, listen, we messed up. Flash warning, by the way. It was a chance for them to repent. God was giving them a chance to come forward and say, I messed up. I ate of the apple. I ate of the tree that you told us explicitly. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. I'm just walking. The tree that you explicitly told us.
Renée's kind to Don Gino, but he always frightens me.
Not to go to... Oh! No! There's one down here that I missed. But instead of us repenting, or Adam and Eve repenting and saying, listen, we made a mistake.
My schoolmates.
Adam blamed Eve. He blame shifted. And what did Eve do? She blame shifted as well. She said, oh, but the snake. Ultimately, yes, it is the snake who told them, listen, be defiant. Just do what you want to do. You're not gonna die.
A cat goes
now we have to die.
And eats me from inside. At least you can't see what's happening.
Because if they had eaten... Because that's the original sin, right? Is eating the apple. If they had eaten the tree, the fruit from the tree of life, they would have been immortal. And then God wouldn't have been able to save them by sending through Jesus Christ to die for our sins, completely fulfilling the Old Testament, the laws and everything in the Old Testament, by creating the covenant through His blood, which is, if you haven't known, it's a currency. Because whenever you make a deal with a demon or you do voodoo or witchcraft or whatever, you use your blood. Why? Because it's seen as a currency in the spiritual world. And what?
I do a lot of
Whose blood
bad
is
things.
the greatest currency of all?
Mom knows just the same.
The blood of Jesus Christ, because he was innocent. He was an innocent man,
We learned so
condemned
many
to
things in
death
school, and so we have to
because
attend.
people,
How would we get on
people,
if we didn't?
the Pharisees, the scribes, all those religious leaders, they created a religion not even based on God anymore. It was more of a thing of control. And so with all the laws in the Old Testament, if you look at Leviticus and everything, with all the laws there, Jesus he fulfilled all of them. And when he died, he created new laws. The 10 Commandments, they still stand strong. But the laws of Leviticus they don't apply anymore, because you need to look at it for at that time. Did we do this one? No, we didn't. So you need to look at it in context for that time of...
She's so good. But Renée isn't.
When you look at that time and that era, all these pagan religions, they were cutting themselves, they were harming themselves, they were marking themselves, they were doing all these things, and that is why God said, don't get tattoos. It's so that they could stand out from the rest of the pagans and everything. And if in the entire Old Testament, it's just the Israelites being unfaithful to God.
Always has to work because it's so cold in winter.
And that's why when Jesus came down,